Hi, my name's Heather. Growing up in Baltimore, I was very shy. When it came to boys, I didn't develop the verbal skills to flirt. So I started using body language. It's worked for me as an adult with men, but I noticed that women sometimes, they judge me on first appearance and first impression. Dr. Phil, my question to you is, I wanted to know if there was a certain way to make women feel more comfortable around me so that they wouldn't judge me based on appearance.
Flirt with me right now like we just met.
How are you doing today?
I'm just smooth as a baby's back. Let me see the hair tossing. You actually work that into casual conversation? Well, do you think it'll rain today?
I'm very friendly. I love to talk to people. Like, what can I do specifically to...
Stop doing that.
Sometimes I don't realize that I'm doing it.
Like,
yes.
I hate it when I just sort of forget and go... All right. Oh, Heather, they're not getting you. Heather really touched a nerve with our viewers. We got hundreds of letters. Take a look at this.
Dear Dr. Phil.
Dear Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Are you kidding yourself? That woman who teases men, she knows exactly what she's doing.
The flirtatious hair flipper, a.k.a. the cleavage clencher, that chick thinks she can enter into another's personal space boundaries without an invitation.
The bottom line is this. She knows exactly what she is doing. She knows how to be the center of attention.
Flirty girl today was just annoying. She doesn't give a darn whether she comes across as threatening to other women. Police.
Well, Heather's back today, so how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, you certainly got people talking.
Apparently.
Yeah? So what did you take away from the show when you were here?
The last conversation we had, it was more about flirting and women thinking that I was flirting with their husbands and their boyfriends. That isn't what I really wanted to talk about, so maybe I didn't communicate my point across correctly.
All right, we'll clean it up now.
Okay. It's when I'm wearing, you know, sweatpants and a t-shirt and no makeup, and I'm just, there's women who don't have their husbands or boyfriends around, and they act catty towards me. My question that I really wanted to get an answer from you before last time was, what do I do with women when there's no man around? I'm not flirting, I'm just being myself. I'm not flirting with anybody, they don't have a man around them.
So what do they do?
They act catty towards me, and that's what
Like
I wanted
how?
to know.
Explain catty.
They make rude comments, you know, things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just like standing in line at the grocery store, you got your bread and milk under your arm, and somebody walks up and just says, bitch.
Well, not quite that drastic, but if I'm hanging out with my girlfriends and they have their female friends around,
yeah,
they just don't talk to me. They don't even take the time.
Oh, so they ignore you?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, now, Leslie was in the audience when Heather was here and says that she's obnoxious and gives women a bad name. Now, we don't agree with that. We're just getting the flip side. Just no matter how flat you make a pancake, it's got two sides. All right, so Leslie,
yes,
you said she's obnoxious.
Yes, and I'm not here to attack Heather. I'm here to attack the behavior of Heather. It's the culmination of these insecurities that make it really hard for the rest of us who work very hard to be grounded.
Well, that's very politically correct, but what do you mean? I'm not here to attack you.
Well,
it's just everything you do. Okay.
Right. Well, it's silly to think that, you know, when Heather came on the show, I just laughed because she was like, I really want to be friends with these women. And that's not true, because if you did, you wouldn't act that way. And I don't think Heather's need structure includes women at all.
Her
I think
need structure?
Yeah. I'm a child of therapy.
I guessed as much. Now, you're not going to let your inner puppy come out and pee on the carpet, are you? Okay? Because we don't want any inner puppies out here. All right. But no, you say if I can translate that for me, let me think through it. Women are not in your need structure. I mean, she doesn't care whether women like her or not?
No, her needs come before anybody else's feelings. Her needs for validation, I think she needs to collect men. I think she needs men to pay attention to her all the time. And I don't think she cares about women's feelings. She knows that her behavior irritates women, but yet she does nothing to change her behavior.
My name's Hillary, and I'm definitely a flirt. Flirting is innate in all mammals. Antelopes do it, Lobsters do it, snakes do it. It's called courting. You can get extra things from it as well, whether it be drinks, dinner, trips, whatever. If you want to go that far, you can. My friends and I have created this game called the Kissing Banditry Points Game. You get points from kissing random guys.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Thanks.
The winner of the game has basically accrued the most amount of points. My friends and I have a ball when we play this game.
This game is all about quantity, not quality.
Any guy is prime prey. The average guy, you get 10 points. A guy over 65, you get 50 points. A guy from a foreign country is 50 points. A guy with a hat, you tack on an extra 5 points to the 10 points. The big honcho points are 100 points, and those are if you get a cop, a celebrity, or a bartender. If a guy's with a girl, who cares? 25 points. I am sure that we have probably pissed off some girls in the process. I don't want to tread on anyone's toes, but, you know, stay at home. It's very empowering, and if you just grab your girlfriends and you want to have some good, clean fun, you go play the Kissing Banditry game. You go.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I have a present for you, Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen?
Is this
is an autograph, my own personal autographed copy of the rules and regulations.
Oh, it's so what I've been waiting for.
I know. I think you can keep it in your bathroom and read it then.
Yeah, bathroom would be a good place. So, this is just like a big game. Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think other women think about this?
My friends and I love it. Girls, I don't really notice. I don't pay attention. I'm sure the girls with boyfriends probably get irritated by it.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah. You think they might get irritated?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and so you're sitting there in a bar, you're at a table, you like this guy, y'all been dating a while,
right.
And they start kind of flirting with him from over there, and then you see him going to the bathroom, one of them stops him or something, mm-hmm. And they're over there hanging a lip on him, and you just think that's just all the fun in the world.
I'm fine with it. If he was to respond to it, that would be a different story.
So how do you tell the difference?
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah, so you would, if he was just ambushed,
yeah.
Then he's a victim.
He would sit down and we would have a good laugh about it.
He's a victim.
Sure, you want to call it victim or prey, I guess?
Yeah, so, but that wouldn't bother you?
No.
So I mean, what do you get out of this?
Thrill. You may look at flirting as something that's sort of a superficial thing, but it's something that you can have a ball with.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
You're lovely, but she's lovely, by the way.
Yeah. So you're not feeling so bad about Heather now, are you, Leslie? So if you do this, does anybody ever get offended?
Yeah.
I mean, does some guy say, hey, look, back off?
It's interesting. If you break that space with any guy, he'll kiss you. And that's another thing. It's like, I've seen the most beautiful girls sort of fail miserably at points game. You can look however you want, but it's sort of an interesting little psychological test, because once you sort of break that space, the personal space barrier with a guy, he's putty in your hands. Now, guys with girlfriends or wives, hopefully they'll be offended by you kissing them. If they aren't, I don't have a lot of respect for them at all.
Yeah, because I got to tell you...
Uh-oh. I can smell it coming.
No, I got to tell you, because if I was in a restaurant and you did that, my wife would knock you out.
Girls never trust me with their boyfriends. I do love attention. I can't help it if other girls are intimidated by me. I dress up, I look cute, I get noticed. Historically, about 90% of my friends have been guys. I'm like usually the one girl in a whole group of guys. They're easier to hang out with, they're more fun, more like lighthearted, and not so caught up on drama. I think maybe guys are nicer to me because I am a flirt and I am attractive. I usually have like one good girlfriend, and that girlfriend changes quite a bit. But with guys, it's like I've had the same guy friends for a long time, and there's always a lot of them. I'm a really touchy-feely person, and it's not in a sexual way, it's just how I am. I'm just friendly, and that's how I express affection. A lot of times women will get upset or won't like me right away because I will go up to, you know, whatever guys they're with and talk to them. But that's because the guys will talk to me and the women sit there and judge me. I am that girl that other girls don't like hanging out with their boyfriends. That's me. Watch out.
Okay. Now, so you say that women judge you, but aren't they judging you accurately by your own description?
I don't necessarily think they're always judging me accurately. I'm not trying to, like, take these guys home or anything like that. I like getting noticed and I do like the attention. But at the same time, like, I don't have any, like, part in the relationship with the guy and the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the guy's fault if he cheats on his girlfriend. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I hear what you're saying, but it was a good hair flip, by the way.
I wear my hair in a ponytail today.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'll be the hair flipper today, I don't mind.
But, I mean, seriously, you're saying that, hey, it's the guy's fault, but don't you know exactly what you're doing?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you know what guys respond to.
Right. And
men's brains are wired differently. They're visual, they're tactile.
For sure.
And so you are highly visual and tactile with these guys I'm watching up here.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken away a boyfriend from one of your girlfriends?
Not necessarily one of my, like, good girlfriends, but definitely from a girls that I've known, yeah.
How about you?
Have I taken a guy? Yes, by somebody I don't know. No, again, my alliances with my girlfriends are extremely strong. And that's the thing, too. It's not about, I mean, girls should stick together. It's not, well, no, it's not something to laugh at. It's you know, it's the husband's fault.
But how can you stick together when you act like that? Not all women want to act like that.
Then
or accept that.
You know what I mean?
That's fine, but don't be judgmental. It's.
Okay, but here's the thing I'm saying. Are you guys not, you just looking better all the time. You've gone from Madonna to Shirley Temple in like 3 minutes here. But I mean, seriously, aren't you setting this up? I mean, I'm just asking you to own it. You do? I mean, my God, you're keeping score.
Oh,
Have you ever played this game?
Guys play games all the time.
I've never played that game, but I'm definitely a flirt.
Okay, but,
for sure.
but I mean, do you own the fact that you go out with a purpose in mind? You go out because I want attention from guys. I know how to get it.
I don't go out with that intent, like, oh, I'm going out tonight and I'm going to get attention from boys, you know. When I go out, and I want the situation to turn a certain way, I'll definitely use the way that guys react to me to my advantage.
Sure, but I mean, both of you two at least, and you said it sorta that women don't much like you. That women don't much care for you.
No.
Is that a puzzle?
No, I'm not puzzled by it. I know, I think I'm intimidating, you know. I know women don't like me
because you said I hang with guys because women don't seem to respond to me well.
Women don't.
And women don't seem to respond to you well because you are like a shark cruising the beach. You know, you don't. Isn't that right?
Yeah. No, I mean.
And if you don't care, then that's okay. I mean, if you really don't, if it doesn't matter to you whether they respond to you or not.
Well, I mean, if everybody doesn't like me, I'm not gonna sit home and cry about it.
All right, up next, she flirts with men but can't understand why they always expect sex.
My name's Wendy, I'm 28 years old, and I love to flirt. Like Heather, I'm a confident, outgoing, energetic woman who attracts a lot of attention from men. But just because we're flirts doesn't mean we're inviting you into our bed. I flirt a lot with my male friends, but it's not like I'm a 1-900 number. I don't shy away from dressing sexy. Men are attracted to my energy, to my smile, to my positive radiance. In high school, I actually had a pretty slutty reputation, but ironically, I graduated a virgin. I definitely think there's a double standard where men can flirt and there's no expectation of an end result. And when women flirt, there's very definitely an expectation that it's going to result in something going on at the end of the night. I'd like to ask Dr. Phil how I can be my flirty self and not always have men expecting to go to bed with me.
Okay, what is it that your goal is with flirting? Why do you do it?
I think because I can. I think, like Heather and like some of the other women, I flirt because it comes naturally. I'm a naturally energetic, outgoing person, and I'm friendly.
Okay, but what do you call flirting? Define flirting for me.
I guess I would say for women, I think women flirt to attract attention from men.
Okay.
And so I would say for me, that's how I would define it. I define it to attract attention or to get attention.
Okay, and that's what I'm asking you for you. You're not speaking for all women, just you.
Right.
You do it to attract attention from men.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of attention are you wanting to go over some math problems with them? Or I mean, what is it? What attention are you after?
No, I think I flirt to feel attractive, to feel sexy.
Okay, is it a power thing with you? That you can get these guys to come to you?
Absolutely.
Like, come to me, you male dogs? I mean,
absolutely it is. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, but then you want to stop it, right?
Well, I think there's a line. I'm not a physical flirter, unlike some of the other women. I don't paw and I don't touch unless I'm on a date with somebody with whom I'd like to experience that end result. I think that flirtiness, again, is something that comes naturally. I'm a woman in my 20s. We do it. It's part of the courting, dating ritual. It's what we do. And I think that there's a double standard that says, men go out and flirt all the time and it's no big deal. But women who flirt are promiscuous or slutty, and that's not the case. I'm not a slut, and I'm certainly not promiscuous.
Okay, but you...
She said it right there.
Yeah, okay.
We do men.
And I'm not saying you are. I haven't said that you're promiscuous. I asked if you were, and you said no.
Right.
And
I'm saying the double standard. She's right on the money about that.
Okay. But you understand, you just say it's the courting ritual. Let me tell you, when a peacock spreads their feathers, there's a definite reason. Okay?
Sure
they don't
there
do
is.
that because they want to look pretty in the sunshine. When you spread your feathers, it's for a reason. And I'm just saying it's not illogical that a guy would then expect that that's what you're saying. But you've got to own the fact that you are sending a sexual signal. Mm-hmm. Okay, do y'all disagree with that?
No. But those are the signals that men react to.
Sure.
You're going to get what you want out of them,
Anthony and I have been married 6 years. I love my husband dearly. However, he has a problem with flirting with every woman he sees, from the cashier at Kroger to the women in church.
I wouldn't say that I'm a flirt. I would say that I'm just very, very friendly.
He says that he means nothing by it. However, I just can't get past the way I feel when he's talking to another woman, and it just makes me feel crazy. It drives me insane. One day, we were at a sports bar, and we accidentally bumped into an old friend of ours, and he picked her up and carried her to the restroom.
What I was doing is going to the restroom, and she was there saying, "Hey, Anthony, I need to go too." And I said, "Well, let's go." It's not like I was picking her up and bringing her to my car, and then we were going to a hotel.
She got on his back, everyone's cheering, all this attention, and I just feel so left out. And I'm like, that's my husband. I was angry. I was embarrassed. I felt so belittled.
I'm just comfortable with being friendly. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
We were together with some friends at a swimming pool. Anthony and a friend of ours start chasing each other, and Anthony pushes her in the pool. And so they fall into the pool in each other's arms together. To see him in another woman's arms, why isn't he doing that with me? Anthony's flirting has affected my female relationships, and I'm getting tired of not having any girlfriends.
I believe 110% that I do not flirt. I believe my wife is so scared of being hurt by maybe one day finding out that he's cheating on me. I tell her, "I love you, babe. I mean, you're the world to me."
So, Dr. Phil, my question is my husband's flirting really flirting, or is it just my insecurities?
Anthony. Listen, I really came into this wanting to help you. I mean, I really did. But you lost me when you said, hey, we were both on the way to the bathroom, so I just put her on my shoulders and took her. I mean, do you really think that's okay?
Well, it's not like if I said, hey, let me pick you up and let's go to the restroom together. She's like, well, I need to go to the restroom, and she jumps on me and I take her to the restroom on my back. I mean, that's just, going to the restroom, and then I guess I didn't have to do it on the way back, but I went ahead and did it on the way back from the restroom too.
Because she just looked tired.
Well, yeah, it's just, I didn't want her feet to be,
well, so but you did, but honestly, you don't see that as crossing the line of appropriate behavior for a married guy.
No, I don't.
What did you think when you saw that?
I was just like beside myself. I didn't know how to act. I was shocked. I was embarrassed. I was like, am I even here? Am I your wife? What's the deal?
Well, what I believe what is flirting is something of I just grabbing private parts and just kissing and just trying to, that's what I describe what flirting is versus what I do.
Yeah, no, that's called having sex. And really, this may be a simple vocabulary problem. But I mean, you'd have to go that far before you thought that's over the line.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kissing anyone. I'm not, grabbing anyone's butt.
Okay, if you looked across the room and Monica was up on somebody's shoulders, twirling around, and he had his hands on her legs, would that be okay?
I think that would be totally okay.
That would be totally okay.
That'd be fine. I mean, she's having fun.
Okay, if she was wrestling with some guy and they fell into the pool together and they were embracing in there and twirling all around, and she got out with her clothes all stuck to her and he's there with her, you're just saying, hey, what a cut up.
Exactly. That's exactly the way I believe. If you're having fun, I don't believe that you should be married and totally just kill everything. All of a sudden, here you are just dead, being a man, watching sports and drinking a beer. And then I don't believe that's what it's all about.
Okay, but don't you think there's a lot of gray area in there that would include your wife and playing around with her and wrestling around with her and swimming around with her? Did you have to go to the restroom that night at the sports bar?
I did.
Did he jack you up on his shoulders?
Not at all.
And carry you over there?
No, I had to walk myself.
And I was going to do so. She said no. That's...
Well, after that, I was upset. I'm like, don't even bother with me.
Yeah, you didn't want to sit in somebody else's chair,
Absolutely
did you?
Not.
Yeah. But let's take the glossary of terms out of this, because one of the things I think that we have to do when we're married is look at the impact of our actions on other people. And I said I was going to tell you why you shouldn't do that, even if you intend nothing bad about it or you have no sexual intent. The very fact that it embarrasses and humiliates your wife, causes her to feel terribly uncomfortable, and sends a message that a whole lot of people could misread, it seems to me that as a husband, that would weigh much more heavily on you than would the fun you get out of putting somebody on your shoulders and walking them to the bathroom or whatever. I mean, wouldn't you say I need to not do that just simply because it will hurt my wife's feelings and I love her and don't want to do that to her?
Yes, I mean, I guess when you put it in that way, it's, not to hurt her feelings, because I do love her. I love her with all my heart, and I just can't, the goal is, I guess, is for me to see what was really going on in her eyes. For example, like today's show. I mean, just not really realizing that she was sending some email to y'all, and then before you know it, here I am, realizing what I'm doing is just a little upsetting her. And I was just thinking, hey, I'm just because I'm married, I'm not dead. But now the way you're describing it, well, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and be dead.
Well, you know, that is a total crock. I mean, that is a total crock. I mean, there aren't two choices. Either wrestle with women in wet T-shirts or put them on my shoulder, or just be dead. I mean, I mean, you need to get this. I'm really trying to help you here. What she's telling you is those are her shoulders, and if somebody's going to ride on them, it better be her.
That's right.
Okay? Am I saying that right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay. And she's saying, and she's also saying, you're my husband, you need to avoid even the appearance of impropriety.
Thank you.
Okay? And it's disrespectful.
Yes.
Do you think it's disrespectful?
Absolutely.
Well, then tell him, that is disrespectful to me, and don't you do it anymore.
Don't do it anymore because it's disrespectful.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.